Hi guys, I'm Rick. Welcome to my kitchen. Today I'm making vegetable bean soup in my Ninja 3-in-1 cooking system. Alright, I'm starting out here in my Ninja and I have it warmed up on stovetop high. Now I'm going to add a pound of 80/20 ground beef in here and I'm going to brown this up and chop it up. So get her down in there. Right now that my ground beef is brown, and I'm not going to drain it because there really isn't much grease in there, I'm going to add in a 14.5 ounce can of beef broth, and this is set on stovetop high in my Ninja. I also have a 14.5 ounce can of Italian seasoned diced tomatoes. These have basil, garlic, and oregano in them, and I'm adding this in juice and all. And I'm also going to add in a 15.5 ounce can of lima beans, juice and all. You can use any kind of beans you like. You can use cannelli, Great Northern, the lima beans here. Whatever kind of beans you like, you can add in there. Alright, I'm going to take my lima bean can here and I'm going to add like 2 cans of water in there. Okay, now that I have my water in there, I'm going to let this cook on stovetop high and start to warm up. Okay, now that this is starting to warm up, I'm going to add my seasonings. I'm going to add some salt and pepper, and this is to taste. So I'm going to start slow here because I'm not sure how salty this is from the tomatoes and beans. So I'm going to start out with a teaspoon of salt. And I have some kosher salt I'm using up. You can use any kind of salt you like in there. Okay, now I'm going to give this a taste because I'm going to be adding potatoes in this, and potatoes soak up a lot of salt in your soup, so you want them seasoned good. Yeah, that needs more salt. I'll go for another teaspoon. That's getting there, just a little more salt. About a half a teaspoon. I can always add more salt in later if I need to. Okay, that's good. Now I'm going to add some pepper in. I'm going to go for about a half a teaspoon of pepper. And if you don't have a pepper grinder, just regular pepper out the can works just fine. It's just this when you crack it fresh, it's a little more potent and stronger. Alright. Give this a taste. Okay, just a hair more. Now, if you remember me saying those diced tomatoes had Italian seasonings in them, basil, rosemary, I believe that's what was in there. I'm going to add a little more in here. I'm going to add a shot of basil in here. And if you can't get the seasoned tomatoes, you can always make up with your seasonings in here. Just add a little more. Put on the basil. I'm going to add a little thyme in this. Try about a quarter of a teaspoon. And I'm not going to add any more liquid, just water, stock, or anything, because the vegetables, I'm putting frozen vegetables in and they're going to render off some water. And so will my potatoes. Have more time. Alright, now I have some rosemary leaves here. These are dried. Excuse me, dried dehydrated ones. I'm going to go for about a half a teaspoon because they can be potent themselves. Okay, that's tasting good. Alright, now I have 1 large onion and about a cup of chopped celery I'm going to add in there. And if you don't have celery on hand, you can use celery seed or celery salt. Just be careful with the amount of salt you add in if you use celery salt. You don't want it too salty. And I have 4 large potatoes that I diced up. I'm going to add those in there. Get them right down in there. And as you can see, this is filling the pot. This is a 6-quart pot in Ninja. You don't want it to overflow. I had a scare the other day. I made baked beans in here and they overflowed it right down through the bottom of the Ninja. And it was dripping liquid for about a day or so. And I'm glad to say it still works. Because I just got this for Christmas and I don't want it to be broke. Okay, now I have a 12-ounce bag of mixed vegetables, so I'm going to add them in there. And this is going to take a little while to warm back up. When this comes up to a boil, I'm going to adjust my heat. I'll probably set it on medium stovetop or low. I'm going to keep it at like a low boil with the lid on. I'll be back to show you what kind of boil you should have when it gets there. Alright, now that this has come to a boil, I'm going to turn this down to stovetop medium, put my cover back on, and I'm going to let that cook for about 15 minutes so the vegetables are tender, the potatoes are tender. Then it'll be done, and I'll keep an eye on it, stirring it every now and then. Alright, my soup is done. It went for about 20 minutes. Let's dish up a bowl and see what we got. Alright, there you have it. Vegetable bean soup. Give this a try. I think you'll like it. And until next time, I'll see ya.